Good morning. Welcome to Monday Messages. So, how was your week? Did you have a good one? I was thinking about the topic this week, and I'm the topic this week. Bear with me. Is flowers can't grow without shit. I said it. I said it. Flowers can't grow without shit, and it's true. But they can't. They need the. We can dress up shit however we want to dress it. We can call it fertilizer. We can call it miracle grow. It's still dead and gross, and it smells really bad. But through it, the most beautiful things emerge. Thinking about how to talk about this, I was going back to my earlier years in life. I'm a product of the 70s and 80s, believe it or not. And I used to, when I was younger, I started off as a fairly cute kid. And I knew I was a fairly cute kid, and I relished in the fact. And I was a very vain, cute little kid. And then suddenly puberty hit. In my attempt to be extra cute, because I wanted to look like Farrah Fawcett back then, because everybody did. And you see this hair? This hair is not Farrah Fawcett hair. No, this is like Joan Rivers hair. It's not Farrah Fawcett hair. But I attempted it, and I had a curling iron. I would curl my hair, and I would put a ton of Aquanet or White Rain on it. I think there is a hole in the ozone attributable to my attempt to be Farrah Fawcett back in the 70s and 80s. And I remember, even the curling iron, I would so bad with the curling iron, I would get like cuts on my neck, like burns on my neck all the time. And I remember my friends going, "Ooh, what's that?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" I had no idea. They were thinking it was a hickey. And trust me, it was far from a hickey, because that wasn't I didn't have a very romantic teenage preteen year. So anyway, it was the curling iron at fault. During this time, though, because I was using so much hairspray and so much makeup and sea breeze and all this stuff, trying to make myself extra beautiful, I actually made myself extra ugly, because I started getting really bad acne. Really bad acne. It was horrible. And I was devastated. This vain little kid suddenly, who had like kind of liked having her little looks, suddenly they were gone. And I became this awkward, pimply, brace-faced little kid. And I was forced to develop my personality. And because I had nothing else going for me at the time. So I was forced into humility, and I was forced into developing something that I probably would have just not developed otherwise. But looking back, that was the shit. That was the shit of my teen years, of my puberty years. It was terrible, and I hated it at the time, and I thought it would never end, and I prayed every day for the zits to go away, but they didn't. So I had to get into action. Eventually I talked my mom into taking me to a dermatologist. I'm going to the dermatologist. I had to go through the treatment, and I remember him saying it's going to get worse before it gets better. I had to do tetracycline. I had to put on Retin-A, which, hey, comes to find out, it makes you younger. And people were going after the Retin-A, and I had the nice prescription for it. But whatever, I had to like use all kinds of special non-comedogenic makeup, this, that, the other. And eventually, day by day, doing what they told me to do, taking the action, I got better, and I didn't have acne anymore. And when I came out on the other side, I had a renewed sense of self. I really cherished my personality more than looks. Looks are going to come and go. They are what they are. It's really not the looks that matter, though, is it? It's what's in here. It's what's inside. And looking back, when I was going through that, it was the most horrible thing in the time, being a teenager of the 80s, going through what I had to go through. But through the shit, I was able to develop one of my most cherished possessions today is my personality. I became a host for Nickelodeon. My personality carried me far in life. It was my career. It still is my career. I'm a communicator. That's what I do. I communicate. And so the personality had to emerge. It's that was one of my gifts of the shit I had to go through. That was my flower from the shit. And there's been others. I mean, I could go on countless others. I mean, even thinking about today, the loss of such an icon, John Lewis. My God, this man, talk about having to go through the shit to get to the flower. But he did. I mean, he got beat up going over that bridge, and he emerged and he grew through the shit, and he flowered, became this amazing man of our times that made so many good things happen for so many people. But he had to go through the shit. He had to get beat. He got the crap beat out of him. And through that, he bore the scars of a new life. So it's all about a new beginning. We're all in new beginnings right now. We're going through a bunch of shit right now. There's no doubt about it. But think about what's coming good out of this. There's some good that's coming out of this. Think about that today. I want you to think about, okay, yeah, what shit are you going through, and what's going to be the flower on the outside? I've never been through something bad, something terrible, something you might even say catastrophic that didn't eventually on the other side make me that much better of a person, that much better of a human being. And for that, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So think about it today. If you're going through something really bad and it feels like it's never going to end, and why am I doing this? Why do I have to go through this? Because you're the flower and you need to grow. You need to spiritually grow, and you'll get through the other side, and you'll get on the other side of this, and you'll be that much better for it. So that's my Monday message today. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And hopefully you're more in the flower phase right now. But we are where we are, and we're in this together. So I'm hope you're enjoying the Monday message. If you are, subscribe so we can keep in touch. All right, I will talk to you next week. Bye.